Kid Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3 Kid Gotenks. I don't think I've ever drawn this. I haven't drawn too much of Gotenks. I always remember him with the ghosts. Isn't he the one with the ghost? It's crazy. Yeah, let's draw this. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So we get like all of his hair in. Super Saiyan 3 is all about the hair. Dragonball is all about the hair. But let's do this. So 3/4 Super Saiyan 3 head, just in here. So I'll zoom in. It's quite small. And then we'll start with his eyebrow. So just a big, like a check mark that way. And there's no hair on their eyebrows, so they just draw them with this sort of curved up end sort of thing. And then like some sort of frowning lines on top. And then we just have that Dragon Ball eye, so we get the small line and the long line. And then we just curve this together, like so. And then he has that green Super Saiyan eye just looking up underneath his eyebrow. And there's some cheek lines then under there. His other eyebrow, again bald, but we're in 3/4 pose, right? So this one kind of goes at an angle up. Slightly different, right? It curves more up that way. And then the brow again, kind of sticking off his forehead. Some frowning lines sort of there. Then the Dragon Ball eye. So we go short line there, smaller than the other one, and then a long line going in that way. And we just sort of curve them together. And then we get his green eye just looking up again. Do. And then, so his nose coming out this way. Well, the cheek lines are here as well. So like just those little hatching lines there. Just trying to straighten this up a bit. My ink is bleeding now. Sorry, now my line went pretty heavy. I just gotta fix that. It's just really black. Just make it a bit like more space that I can color, you know. So sometimes these markers just tend to bleed a bit, especially when they're really fresh, you know. Alright, at least I can add a bit more green to it then. So the tip of the nose then, see, goes down into there. And then we have a bit of a triangle just underneath. And his mouth, open mouth, screaming, powering up. Looks closed there, but we'll open it up and then carve it under. And then down the other side. He's got like a little cheek line there. Okay, and then teeth. Like so. And then his tongue. And the tongue line is the teeth, the bottom teeth line as well. You just close it off there. Sometimes they have like little lines at the back. And then a line just on his chin, sort of like hatching. Like a little bottom lip shadow line. So his chin, then it's not massive. Just like comes down here. And then that way. And then we go up for his jaw. Then it changes here, just like underneath this sort of area, goes up for his ear. The other side's different, right? It's like his cheek sticks out a bit. So from the eyebrow curves to there, just below the nose, and then it goes back in towards the chin. So it's because his face is 3/4. You get like 2 different face lines. Cheek line and jawline. And then, so up here beside the eyebrow, you get like his sideburn, right? So it's like the start of his hair. And then his ear comes out from the sideburn and back down towards the jaw. And then the ear lines inside. Easiest way, letter J, just like a J shape. You can make it more complicated, of course, if you want. And we can add a little bit more inside just to make it look a bit better. So his hairline is kind of like Vegeta's, right? So it's got like a V, like in the middle of just above this. See, that like follows the curve of his face. And then the hairline then comes out from this, goes quite far back on his forehead. Then the other side, because it's turned away, goes up a bit higher and then down. And then we get all that hair. So he's like clenching his fist and stuff. So some comes down behind his back, but I'll draw in as much as I can before I do the body. And then we'll finish off the bits that like connect into the body, you know? So we get like a big, well, it's all big spikes in Super Saiyan 3, isn't it? So we just do, and it like flows back, right? Next one. So we start meeting some of his body parts now. But okay, just take your time and add them one by one. That's the way to do it. Right, so they all start going then down this way. And his arms are like there somewhere. So like just leave yourself enough room between this hair spike and the ear, you know, because his shoulder and fist and stuff is in here. You could always erase it afterwards, of course, but might save you the trouble. His leg is there then. So I'll just do these ones. Just get them in a little bit anyway. And if I have to fill in some gaps, we can. He also has texture lines on each one. So just like, you know, just curve yourself some lines following each hair spike. 2 or 3 on each one is usually enough. Some animators or artists like to do more, but it's really up to you. And just for the purposes of this, I think 2 or 3 is probably best, especially if you're just learning. Which we all are, isn't that right? Even me. Still learning, still trying to get better, always. And trying to relax a little about it. You know, don't get too uptight about it. Trying to have fun. It's all part of the process. It's hard, I know. It is hard when you're like in it, you're, you know, you think you beat yourself up that things aren't going the right way, but you know, you are learning even if it looks terrible. You know, if it looks terrible, still, like I still get that. Like I was like, oh, you know, that was really bad. But I uploaded it anyway. You know what I mean? And people like it. So don't beat yourself up, like. It's all about the process. learning how to do stuff, trusting your instincts and all that. So philosophy over. So let's try maybe the waistcoat. So he's got those weird things that he has. So those yellow collars, right, like that. And then there. So the waistcoat's kind of like flowing this way. And I think it goes back behind his waist in there somewhere, but we'll do the other side. So it's like here. Goes underneath his arm then, somewhere in there, because his arm is there. So his chest, so the center of his chest, very small body, right? So small chest muscles compared to his head. But he is like a kid Gotenks. So that's the center of his chest, and then the pectorals come in to this. You could have like some muscle fibers just there, and then a neck muscle into here. And we can just see like his rib cage or his diaphragm there, down like that. And then he's got a waistband that curves around. So it just goes up underneath the waistcoat in there. And then we have some abdominals, right? So you get like the top of it. Two little bumps coming down, following the center of his body from the chest underneath it. And then just like some abs like that. And there might be some extra muscle fiber lines kind of in there. So his waistband is kind of bumpy, right? And then it comes around again. Probably should come down lower than that, actually. Disappears underneath his arm on that side, but it does have like these curvy texture lines, folds, as it overlaps each section. And then he has real baggy pants, so wide legged, right? So you get like these bumps right out for his knee. And we'll go down to his knees probably. Just wanted to fit in the hair, so we'll stop the knee down there. And then the center of his pants kind of goes this way, and we can see another leg, sort of the bottom of, say, his hamstring, technically I think is what it's called, just there. So it's all these loose fabric lines, you know. And his other knee is like facing us, right? So you can just see like his hip here, and then some like bumps this way coming around his knee. And it's like really big trousers, real big legs because of his loose fitting fabric, okay? Much bigger than you'd think now. It all like comes over that way. So in this gap, we have his fist and his arm, right? So we have that weird shoulder pad, like that. And it's kind of like spiky and stuff and comes around. It like hits his thumb a bit, but like his thumb is like sticking out here. But we'll just add the textures that it has first. Finish in the back here. His other shoulder pad, while I'm doing shoulder pads, is like here. Oh, there's a bit of ear on this side as well. Now this fist, right? So, so we get like 4 knuckles. So I'll just do 4 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it comes down like this and in around, like kind of to his wristband that he has on. And then each of these is like a finger that just comes down this way. And then they do draw in like some knuckle lines, kind of. And then we get his thumb just coming up. And it stops kind of at the middle finger, just there. You can finish some textures on his shoulder pad if you want as well. So then, like, here we have like a bicep. Like his shoulder's in there somewhere. And then we get his forearm, which has a black wristband on it. So it's coming towards us, so it like curves around the forearm. And then some forearm muscles and elbow then. Just there. So it's tricky enough because of the way it's coming towards the viewer or the camera. Finish his waistcoat in there. Okay, so other arm. So we can see like a shoulder muscle bump and a bicep bump. And then his like wrist comes out here. And then his elbow, forearm, and then, so elbow, forearm, and then his wristband comes up here. You know, this curves around the base of his hand. And then a fist, but in a different position, right? So you can see the base of the palm of his hand, this double bump. So you go bump, bump. And then he's another thumb, just kind of sticking out here, real sort of square. Thumbnail there. And then the fingers come along here, right? So you can see this knuckle sort of sticking up. And then that one. And there. And his pinky. And we can't, they don't draw in all of his knuckles here, just kind of two of them, and then they go down to the back of the hand. And that's it. And of course, if you want, you can add aura, lightning, all sorts of stuff if he's charging a weapon or a power or anything. Gotenks. Super Saiyan 3, hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next one.